Morning, laddies. My name is Ken, and welcome to the custom card review. So, I may just go over the names, and you could see their effects. So, basically, and I'll give my opinion. So, the first trap card that's going to be in is Bullies' Chains of Girls. It's like this card can only be activated if your opponent declares an attack on a girl monster from the field. You can select one monster from either player's graveyard or battle zone, special summon it to your field, ignoring the summoning conditions. But if you do, then your opponent must attack that special summon monster by this effect. If you control the bully of the girls monster, you can select one card on the field or in the owner's hand, add it to your hand. Once per turn, quick effect. Pay 1,000 life points to you can to take control of one monster on the field, except the bully. But your opponent loses 1,000 life points for each time this card takes a monster or monsters. So this card is supposed to be like, I'm gonna take her Dark Magician. Now I special summon it to my side of the field. I'm taking your Blue Eyes White Dragon, summoning it. And the one that pays 1,000 or 100 is basically takes control. So the Mully that this card uses, this one makes all monsters lose, or all girl monsters lose, or have their attacks reduced to 0 until this card leaves the field. And then adds this card back to, or sets this card to the spell and trap card zone face down. So then, you can shuffle this card. And then now the guard one has some decent protection. And then she's actually the main puzzle piece that I try to work around. Because she is a black or red eyes chick thing, or the egg. Let me see. Dragon's chick thing. Like, you can send this face-up card you control to the grave, special summon one red eyes black dragon from your hand. But this card is superior to it. If it's normal summon, under normal summon, you can tribute this card to the graveyard, special summon one girl monster from your deck or hand to your field in attack mode. But its attack points become double the attack points. And so if this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle this card, add 3 cards, and skip your opponent's battle phase, and so this card is superior to the Black Dragon chick thing, this one. because this card can normal summon. It's under normal summon, not special summon, not the. Yeah. So it searches out the girl, like girl of the bugs. And then from its own archetype. So this one and allows you to basically gain life point, or both players gain life points equal to like a monster's highest points, whatever the highest points are. And yeah, then the girl of the water is a like kind of like a Dark World one where she has to be discarded by a card effect for a cost or not to use it. Special summon this card from anywhere to your field in attack mode. If you do, add one girl monster or card from anywhere except this card to your hand. If this card is special summon, you can select one girl monster on the field except this card. It can attack your opponent's life points directly. But if it does, then the damage is half. If you have the Girl of Mystery monster on the field, this card can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects, and you take no damage from battles involving this card. If you do, skip your opponent's battle phase. So, most of these cards is to skip the battle phase because to be honest, no one uses it that much anymore. It's about card effects to destroy it or inflict damage to your opponent. So yeah, so the trap card, this one skips your opponent's battle phase. If you had a chained trap card thing that allows you to basically skip your opponent's draw phase mixed with this card, both of these cards could basically between there's like draw phase, main phase, battle phase, and then main phase 2, punt, and the end phase. That's 5. So basically you're skipping the draw phase and battle phase. So yeah, all these stuff, and plus her graveyard effect, she can't, or the trap card shuffles into your deck, special summons 2 monsters from anywhere to your field in attack mode, or defense mode, but their defense points become double defense points. If you do, add 2 spells / trap cards from your deck or graveyard or banish them to your hand. So basically, yeah. Then we got Girl of Flames. She's basically a searcher. Most of these cards are like searching abilities. But this one can inflict damage. And so then yeah. So then we got after hers, she basically pays 1,000 life points to banish all cards from her opponent's shield and to the banish zone instead. If it does, then shuffle, or then this card, or then you can shuffle this card. Wait, that's a graveyard effect. Or this card attacks 3 times per battle. That's insane. If you like use one of the other cards to boost its attack points up by 2. That would be like, and this one. So plus if you attack, I did the math thing. So if this card can attack 3 times, so it's basically 3 times makes it 140. That's insane, bro. To your opponent. So then now this one, after this one, because this one, like, you can shuffle this card into the deck. Instead, shuffle all cards from your trade or battle zone into the deck. If it does, then draw 4 cards from the top of your deck to your hand. So, yeah. So now this one is a big boss monster for the archetype. It needs to be like, this card must be special summoned by discarding 5 different attribute monsters from your deck or hand to the graveyard. If this card is special summoned, you can activate one of these effects. 1. So, and activate it for that, like, attribute. So basically, not the one that is right here, but the one down, like if you use the light monster, or if you use a dark monster, this card attacks your opponent's life points. Like, your opponent must keep their hands revealed to you, and then even if this card leaves the field, that's 2, and then number 3 will be, if it's an earth type monster, destroy all cards from the opponent's field and hand to the graveyard, and their effects are negated until this card leaves the field. And then, yeah, so 4 is water. Make all monsters from the field except this card lose 3,000 attack and defense. So basically, you're making all the other monsters lose, like, attack points. And then the fire one is basically during either player's end phase, your opponent takes 500 damage even if this card leaves the field. So, and then if this card is in your graveyard, shuffle this card into the deck. Special summon those monsters that was discarded by this effect to your field in attack mode. So basically, if you there's a story behind it, because this card is stronger because she's actually the bumped up version of her, like, Maiming Merle of Giants. She basically a buffed up version of her. So yeah, because her friend created or shared their powers with her. So then the Crystal Girl of the Light, she is treated as the girl. So she's a flip effect monster, and she can summon tokens and do all the other stuff that you can see before you. And then like moving on. So we have Girl of Lava. You can select one girl monster on the field. Special summon it, or actually from the deck or hand. Special summon it to your field in attack mode. But yeah. So if you summon like the other ones, like the not her, but the like her, to make her attack points become double the attack points, and then yeah. So then that one allows her to because the other one inflicts damage, so it's basically yeah. And then most of these cards have like a weird thing. Like once per turn, you can add 2 cards from your deck or graveyard or banish them and add them to your hand. So basically, you can reuse Pot of Greed in over and over again. Like 2 Pot of Greeds in your graveyard, select both of them, add both of them, draw 4 cards per. Or if you have the Golden Sarcophagus or whatever that spell card is, the one that, if you guys don't know, this card, if you had like 2 of these cards, you already activated them and you can bring them both out and you can use them again. And yeah, it would be like making it evolve. Like you could just keep reusing it over and over again. And then you grab all the pieces of Exodia or like big plays and summons like anything. Yesterday I thought about this. Because yesterday I was playing with my Dark World owns one, and I was like, you know what? I just need one more monster. Or I need to figure out. So that's why this card is so powerful. Because I actually used to like play it a lot. Or still do, but it's just making this card more powerful than with this card. Yeah. It's like Pot of Greed allows you to draw 2 cards per like turn. Sorry, I was picking something. So then, yeah. Now we got her. She has to discard a top card to be summoned. Because I thought about because usually there's one card that allows you to basically discard 1 card from your hand to special summon it to your field. I went like one day how about create a card that's similar but discards 1 card from the top of your deck to the graveyard. So then yeah, this is the whole girly archetype minus the kaijus. And the field spell thing, I forgot to mention. The field spell allows you to basically, or all those Squirrel monsters gain 500 attack and defense for each other player's draw phase. If your opponent activates a card effect, you can select one card from your hand or field to be shuffled into the deck. Negate that card effect and then draw 3 cards from the top of your deck. If you do, skip your opponent's battle phase. Means for the turn. And if this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle this card into the deck. Inflict 2,000 points of damage to your opponent's life points. So each one of these has the unique effect. So now moving on to my dream. It will be for next video.